All right, everybody, how y'all doing? And welcome back to Let's Talk Sports with Ron. It wasn't really too much going on in the WWE Women's Division. You know, you had a whole lot of segments and everything because we got the big matchup that's coming on the 13th, which is the Evolution, and that's the biggest match we got coming on right now, and the only event coming on right now as they get ready to travel to Paris. Whoever's the winners of the Evolution travel to Paris to go ahead on and take on champions in the matchup. So basically, we just had just not but a bunch of rosters, segments, a couple of matches going on here. I'm gonna go over that right now. You had a segment brawl between the NXT women's roster. You had Tatum Paxley joins the Culling, Kalani Jordan versus Lonnie Reed. You had Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace segment. You had Lonnie Reed, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, Solaruka, and Zarya segment of NXT. And then you had Natalia and Maxine Dupree interview. And then, of course, we had a woman, Stephanie Vacura, as she came to do one thing on SmackDown is to dominate and become a women's championship title holder herself. So that's why basically going on in the WWE because they're getting ready for the Evolution that's coming up on the 13th, which will be aired on Netflix. So if you got Netflix and you're doing your thing, enjoy the matches, and I'll go ahead on and give you all my input of the matches as they take place this Sunday. So tune in Monday. I'll be going over everything that happened in the Evolution and not too much going on, but all the segments and matches will be in the link in the description below. If you're just not getting off work, you say, hey, I'm off Friday or Saturday, you can click on them and watch them and enjoy them. In the WNBA, we had a couple of matches from yesterday, and they are Sky lost against the Mystics 81-79. They lost by 2 points. And before, the Sky was down by 5 going into the half, but they tried to muscle out enough to take the victory, but it just was not enough as the Mystic was too strong for them as they edged them 81-79. Your top performers in that game was Angel Reese of Chicago, had 22 points and 15 rebounds, and Citron of Washington had 13 points and 8 rebounds. Other games that took place on the 7th, on the 8th of July was Liberty defeated Aces 87-78. Wow, that was an 11-point deficit because it was just too much Liberty for the Aces as they got their butts spanked. Top performers of that game, Jay Young of Las Vegas had 19 points and 7 rebounds, and I Know Skill of New York Liberty had 28 points and 8 rebounds and 8 assists. Today's matchups were, you got at 3 p.m. So if you're home, tune in at 3 p.m. on ESPN2 or ESPN and watch the Linens take on the Mercury at 3:30 p.m. And we had got a game at 8 p.m. The Rings take on the Sky. The games that went on today, Suns defeated the Storm by 10 points, 93-83. Your top performers in that game was Skylar Diggins of Seattle had 23 points, 7 assists, and Charles of Connecticut had 29 points and 11 rebounds. Elsewhere, it was just too much Valkyries over the Fever as they dominated the Fever 80-61. It was just a domination from beginning to end. In the first quarter, Fever had outbeat them by 2 points, 23-21. And in the second half, Valkyries outbeat them 20-9. Third quarter, they had beat them 23-19, and it was just like I said, it was just too much Valkyries. In the fourth, they beat them 16, outscored them 16-10. It was just too much Valkyries for the Fever as they got whipped 80-61. Top performers of that game of Golden State, V. Burton, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and Tipson of Indiana, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, as it was not enough as the Valkyries dominated. the Fever 80-61. That is all of Let's Talk Sports with Ron. I got more coming at you tomorrow, so tune in tomorrow as I give you the highlight scores and WWE Women's Division as they hold it down and get ready for the Evolution this Sunday. So everybody tune in this Sunday to watch your favorite athletes on the Women's Division and Men's Division as they go down on Evolution this Sunday. Thank you for watching. Peace.